Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're ARMY, get ready to scream, because the news you've all been waiting for has finally happened. BTS has just released the Korean version of Normal, the flagship single from their fifth full-length album, Arirang. And it's not just the song that's causing a stir. The visualizer, aka the music video, has also instantly become a trending topic across platforms, from Twitter and TikTok to international K-pop forums. So in this video, we're going to cover everything, including the full timeline of how the Korean version of Normal came together, what made the visualizer capture the world's attention, how ARMY around the globe reacted, and why this moment is turning into one of BTS's biggest comebacks yet. If you haven't subscribed, hit that button and turn on notifications, because trust me, this video is going to be packed with details and K-pop style drama. Let's dive right in. For those who haven't been following from the start, let's rewind a bit so this whole moment lands with the weight it deserves. Normal is part of BTS's fifth album, titled Arirang, the album that marks their massive comeback after years of hiatus due to mandatory military service. Just imagine the years-long wait ARMY endured, finally paying off with a full comeback from all 7 members. Now, before the Korean version dropped, the public was already buzzing thanks to a wonderfully strange teaser campaign. Mysterious print ads started popping up in major American publications, like the New York Post on July 13th and the San Francisco Chronicle on July 14th. These ads showed all 7 BTS members lined up in front of a row of toilets, with a headline vague enough to send curiosity into overdrive. A lot of people initially assumed this was some kind of scandal or fresh controversy. Hashtags exploded, wild theories spread across social media, until everything was finally revealed. It was all part of a clever promotional campaign for the single Normal. That mysterious bathroom photo turned out to be an actual scene from the Normal music video. Genius move, right? Big Hit Music managed to make the world curious first, then gradually unveiled the truth. This is exactly why so many people said BTS pulled off a fake scandal that went massively viral and drove anticipation for their comeback through the roof. Then, on July 16th, Big Hit Music officially announced that 3 new versions of Normal would be released: a Korean version, an instrumental version, and an additional audio release. That announcement alone was enough to send ARMY's timelines into total meltdown mode worldwide. Interestingly, the Korean version of Normal wasn't entirely new to some fans. BTS had actually first performed this Korean rendition live at their Arirang World Tour concert in Busan back in June. So the lucky ARMY who attended that show already got a sneak peek before the rest of the world heard it officially. Just imagine the euphoria in that moment. Thousands of fans singing along to Korean lyrics they were hearing for the very first time, in the middle of a massive concert. Now let's get to the moment everyone was waiting for, the official release itself. At exactly 1 p.m. Korea time on July 17th, Big Hit Music officially dropped the Korean version of Normal. This release came in several formats at once, including an explicit Korean version, a clean Korean version, and an instrumental version. In total, 4 tracks were made available as part of a special release package titled Normal, Original, and Korean version, complete with a physical single CD that ARMY collectors around the world scrambled to get their hands on. What made this moment even more epic is that on the very same day, the music video for the English version of Normal was also released exclusively through Spotify. So picture this. In a single day, ARMY got hit with 2 massive surprises at once: the Korean version of the song and the long-awaited official music video that had everyone guessing thanks to that mysterious bathroom teaser. This music video was then scheduled to roll out on YouTube and other platforms on July 19th. So ARMY without Spotify Premium could still enjoy this grand visualizer just a few days later. This whole release also felt incredibly strategic, timed to coincide with BTS's other major activities, including their halftime performance at the 2026 FIFA World Cup final, alongside massive names like Madonna, Shakira, and Justin Bieber. You can only imagine the pressure and hype generated by these 2 enormous moments landing almost simultaneously. Now let's get into the part everyone's really here for: why this Normal visualizer became such a massive global talking point. First, let's talk about who's behind the camera. The music video was directed by Tanu Muino, the Ukrainian director who previously worked with BTS on the video for Swim. This reunion alone sent ARMY's expectations soaring, since Tanu's visual style is known for being deeply cinematic, artistic, and layered with symbolism. And those expectations were absolutely met. The Normal video shows a side of BTS rarely seen by the public: raw, honest, and vulnerable. The concept portrays the members' everyday lives behind the glitz of the stage, a striking contrast between the dazzling spotlight and the quiet moments that follow it. The story itself is set in the aftermath of a big celebration. The video moves back and forth between the party scenes from the night before and the stillness of the following morning, capturing quiet moments the public rarely gets to see. You'll see the members portrayed as exhausted, drenched by streams of water, even lying down with visibly worn, disheveled faces. A powerful visual metaphor for the toll and fatigue hidden behind their massive success. One of the most iconic and widely discussed scenes is the moment when all 7 members recreate the exact same lineup in front of a row of toilets. Just like the mysterious photo that went viral in the New York Post and San Francisco Chronicle weeks earlier. This scene brings the entire teaser campaign full circle, and it sent ARMY into screaming fits once the full context of that mysterious photo was finally revealed. The filming location also became a topic of conversation on its own. Instead of a typical studio setup, the video was shot inside a lavish mansion, capturing an after-the-party atmosphere that feels both luxurious and disheveled, a fitting combination for the song's message. Musically, Normal is described as an alternative pop track with production defined by heavy drum kicks and sharp, snare-driven beats, layered with the members' melodic sing-rap performances. The track was produced by Ryan Tedder, a renowned producer who has previously worked with numerous major global artists. This combination of world-class production with honest, emotionally charged lyrics is exactly what makes Normal feel so universal. A message about finding peace amid everyday exhaustion, something anyone can relate to, not just ARMY. As for the Korean version specifically, even though the instrumental and song structure remain the same, the now predominantly Korean lyrics give it a different and much more personal emotional texture. Many ARMY have said they feel a deeper connection to this Korean version, since hearing the members' native language brings a sense of warmth and intimacy that the English version, while more universal, doesn't quite capture in the same way. One more interesting detail: to watch this music video exclusively on Spotify, premium users in certain countries actually had to enable a specific switch to video feature, showing just how special this visual release was treated by both the label and the streaming platform. Now let's talk about the part that's honestly the most fun to watch: how ARMY around the world reacted to this release. Honestly, the moment the official announcement dropped on July 16th, hashtags related to Normal and Ararang immediately shot to the top of trending charts in multiple countries. From Korea, the United States, Indonesia, the Philippines, all the way to countries across Latin America, everyone flooded their timelines with reactions in near-perfect unison. Many ARMY expressed how touched they were to finally hear an official version of a song they had previously only caught glimpses of through fancam recordings from the Busan concert. That moment where thousands of concert-goers sang along to Korean lyrics for the very first time could now finally be enjoyed by everyone, in pristine studio quality. On TikTok, reaction videos of ARMY hearing the Korean version of Normal for the first time instantly went viral, racking up millions of views. Many burst into tears, screamed in disbelief, and some were genuinely shocked at just how differently the change in language could shift the emotional weight of the song compared to the original. Meanwhile, over on Twitter/X, discussions leaned more toward dissecting every little detail in the music video. ARMY meticulously broke down each scene, hunted for hidden symbolism, compared it to Tanu Muino's previous work, and even analyzed every member's costume and facial expression in painstaking detail. The well-known ARMY detective culture, famous for scrutinizing every visual and lyrical detail BTS puts out, was on full display once again during this moment. What's equally interesting is that plenty of non-ARMY listeners and general music fans were also completely captivated by the sheer quality of this music video's production. Several music critics and entertainment industry observers praised BTS for their boldness in showing a vulnerable, imperfect side of themselves. A bold move considering their public image has always been so polished and glamorous on stage. Beyond that, a lot of the conversation also centered on the timing of the release, which coincided with BTS's performance at the halftime show of the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. Many called this one of the most ambitious comebacks in BTS's career, successfully combining musical momentum, visual storytelling, and the world's biggest sporting stage almost simultaneously. Quite a few fans also brought up chart performance. Many are optimistic that with this Korean release, Normal could climb back up various global music charts, given BTS's history of consistently breaking record after record with every new release. Now, digging a little deeper, why does this particular moment, the Korean version of Normal and its visualizer, feel so much more significant compared to BTS's previous comebacks? First, this marks BTS's first major comeback as a complete group after years of hiatus due to mandatory military service. So there's an added emotional weight to every single release from the Arirang era, since it marks a brand new chapter in their journey. Second, the promotional approach they used, from the mysterious print media teasers to the gradual reveal through concerts and multi-format releases, shows just how much more sophisticated the team behind BTS has become at crafting clever, surprise-filled marketing strategies. This wasn't just releasing a song, it was building an entire narrative experience that kept fans engaged from start to finish. Third, the theme of Normal itself feels incredibly relevant and personal. Rather than presenting a flawless idol image, BTS chose to be honest about exhaustion, pressure, and longing for simple, ordinary moments in life. That message resonates strongly, not just with ARMY, but with anyone who has ever felt worn down by the demands of everyday life. And finally, pairing the Korean release with a performance on a stage as massive as the World Cup final shows just how far BTS's global ambitions have grown. They're no longer just targeting the K-pop or Asian music market. They're truly breaking into a level of global entertainment that very few artists ever reach. So what can we look forward to next from BTS after this huge moment? The nearest upcoming event is BTS continuing their Arirang World Tour with concerts at MetLife Stadium, near New York, on August 1st and 2nd. You can only imagine how, after this whole whirlwind of the Korean Normal release and their World Cup halftime performance, anticipation for this concert is about to reach an all-time high. Many are speculating that BTS might add a special live rendition of the Korean version of Normal to their concert set list, especially since the song was first introduced live back at the Busan show. So for the lucky ARMY who managed to snag tickets to the New York concert, there's a good chance they'll get to experience that same special moment ARMY in Busan felt last month. On top of that, given this trend of multi-version releases, English, Korean, instrumental, many are predicting that BTS and Big Hit Music might continue exploring similar formats for other tracks from the Arirang album going forward. This strategy has clearly proven effective at keeping comeback momentum alive over a longer stretch of time, while also giving fans around the world a richer, more varied listening experience. And that wraps up our deep dive into the release of the Korean version of Normal by BTS, and why its visualizer managed to capture the world's attention and send ARMY into an absolute frenzy. From the mystery-laden teaser campaign, to the official announcement that had hearts racing, to the cinematic visualizer directed by Tanu Muino showing a raw, honest side of all 7 members. Everything proves that this Arirang era comeback was crafted with real intention and depth. For all the ARMY watching this video, what did you think of the Normal visualizer? Which scene stood out the most to you? The recreated bathroom lineup, or those intimate moments inside the lavish mansion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading through every single one. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe so you never miss news about BTS's next comeback or concert, and turn on notifications so you're always the first to know whenever there's a new update in the world of K-pop. See you in the next video, and as always, keep supporting their work through official platforms. Bye-bye, ARMY.